we're going to prepare you for double stops. Double stops are when we play two strings at the same time. Different notes, but two strings. So it might be, is in Gavotte D, that we play it with one finger on the A string, and we have to tunnel the E string so that it is exposed and can be heard. So the first thing you want to do is make sure of that tunnel. We've done it since book 1. We want to have open E exposed and C sharp tall with no tension. Our goal with the bow is to balance. So in order to hear it in tune, you play the C sharp, rock to E, and then balance on a down bow for C sharp and E together. Notice that the bow speed has to be a certain speed depending on how much pressure you're putting on the string when you balance to the strings. We also have to be able to do it with an up bow. So we start up, rock to down, and then balance on both strings and push. You want to practice that slowly with the metronome at 50, and then you want to work it up to 100. You want to be able to set that bow with getting the two sounds together evenly at the same time. The next double stop we're going to practice will prepare you for Bach Bourrée, and that's going to be an octave, 8 notes apart. We're going to start with open G, but keeping our third finger tall on the D string so that the open G can be heard. We want to make sure that we're pinpointing that third finger G so it rings. And then we do the same idea as we did on the A and E string. We balance on G, rock to D, and then balance between the two strings and pull at a certain rate. And you can do it up bow, balance, making sure that it's quite beautiful in your intonation. Nice. To practice for Bach Bourrée, the triple stops, which means 3 notes that are going to go into your chord. You're going to set your first finger on E string, F sharp. Bow goes on D and A at the same time with a balance. Pulling very short bow at a certain rate for good sound. Stop and rock and rebalance, keeping the A as the center of the balance. And then pull. Then rock back, balance on D and A, and push, and then rock to the A and E string, keeping that A as the balance, and push. You can start with 50, and you can work your way up to 100. As we get more and more confident with our rock and our balance, we get closer together. The other chord you're going to do is going to be to a C natural. So you have a low 2 on A, your bow balances on D and G, and you're going to do, and then balance on D and A string with that second finger. And then you can do it up bow. And as you practice that and get it really confident, you can do it closer together. So we're basically making an arc with our bow. With our bow arm. It's either an overhead scoop or an under scoop.